Welcome to The Real Review, sponsored by Parametric and Lazy Ape Studios, where you get some of the latest happenings, real thoughts, and perspectives in the world of film and television. And this is our, absolutely. And this is our coming soon and news segment where we're going to kind of talk about some of the movies coming out this weekend so you can see what's happening, get some anticipation going or not going. And then maybe some news and stuff that's happened this last week. So, with me, I have Joel Cunningham. How's it going?
Good.
Awesome.
I'm doing well.
While you're recovering from Comic-Con.
Yes,
good.
I am. I'm going to have to keep working out, too, now that I'm back.
Keep that con
bod for next year. Yeah, it was a rough year, I will say that. We'll talk maybe a little bit about that after this.
A lot of nachos.
A lot of just running around. I was in line. I'm not even kidding you here. I was in line from Tuesday at about 4 p.m. till Thursday at about 12 p.m.
Nice.
And then I was in line after that for the Marvel panel Thursday afternoon from about 4 p.m. until Saturday morning.
That's crazy.
Pretty much the entire time.
Oh my gosh.
You hop in line, you get buddies, and they kind of watch your spot so you can wander, but it's like, why am I in line so much? I actually accomplished a lot, but it was very stressful.
I gotcha. Well, hey, you got to be there. I was not there. So
true.
I was at work. Anyways, so we're going to just jump right into this. There's a couple movies coming out this weekend that I'm not overall just not really excited for. The first one I want to talk about is Atomic Blonde.
Yep.
And so this one is an undercover MI6 agent is sent from Berlin during the Cold War to investigate the murder of a fellow agent and recover a missing list of double agents. It's directed by David Leitch, who we know from part of John Wick, the first one.
Yep.
And then stars Charlize Theron, James McAvoy primarily. There's a number of other people like John Goodman, Toby Jones as well. But I don't know. This one, it looks like to me, like they're doing, like David Leitch is trying to do his best, female John Wick stuff.
Yeah. I'm hoping he does well though. He's directing Deadpool 2. So
right, exactly.
Yeah.
So the action stuff looks kind of cool. I'm not as sold on what's happening in the story as much. I like James McAvoy a lot, especially after seeing Split earlier this year. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I think I'm kind of middle ground. It's not that I'm like not anticipating. I think Charlize Theron is a great actress.
Yeah.
So
so I did see a sneak preview clip of this at Comic-Con.
Oh, okay.
Showed because they had a panel where she was in it. The action looked very visceral, and very real, and very intense,
like John Wick.
Right.
Yeah. So he brought his sensibilities over. That's good.
Yeah, I think if nothing else, you'll get really good action.
Maybe just a good popcorn flick or something.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to get a very deep, complex kind of story narrative. Yeah. I think part of the problem was I had with this is like they were presenting this during a panel where she's talking about like how girls are stronger and better than guys, and I was a little bit like, what? Because I didn't know what was going on. I was like, what? Why are we talking about that at the panel? So it was kind of hard because then the whole panel she's like killing guys, and I was like, why is she attacking guys and killing them? So no, it was funny. But it looked interesting. I mean, the violence was very visceral. She was very realistic. I think that's one of the things that I've liked so much about the violence was that it feels very real.
Yeah.
It feels like stuff that people would actually do in a way that they would actually handle that stuff, at least especially in that clip that they showed.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm rooting for it to do well because especially like David Leitch, I want him to be a good director and do good things.
For sure, especially he's got Deadpool 2 coming up. I mean, what would your excitement level be for this?
Maybe 6 out of 10.
Okay. I think I'm maybe at 6.5 or so as well. So
more excited for this than I am for the other one.
Right. Which happens to be the Emoji movie.
Yeah.
And so this one, all that has as a synopsis is Gene, a multi-expressional emoji, sets out on a journey to become a normal emoji.
Yeah.
It stars a lot of cool people. I mean, you have TJ Miller, obviously, Anna Faris, Maya Rudolph, Patrick Stewart, even James Corden.
I don't even know where to start with this one necessarily, but like it feels like one of those movies that somebody threw out as like a joke idea.
Yeah.
Or like wrote as a script that they were just trying to get people to get them noticed, and then somebody was like, we should make that.
Yeah.
Like, why don't we make a movie about those little things on your phone that like everybody sends each other?
There's a world in your phone?
Yeah, because people, I mean, I don't know about you, but like emojis are kind of like a silly thing. They're not like, oh my gosh, it's so cool they used emojis. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that's silly. It's kind of fun. It's a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. A lot of times it's used as a joke.
That's so silly. I mean, the only emoji that I really use, if my life had an emoji, like, it's the thumbs up. That's like the only one that I use.
Yeah,
like,
thumbs
primarily.
up is perfect for like if you just need to say really quickly, but actually show that you took a little time to think about it.
Yeah.
You know? I use thumbs up. I mean, I used a few of the different emojis. It really just depends on the person. Sometimes I don't use any. Sometimes I use a couple.
So it says a lot that this movie comes out tomorrow night and there's still a review embargo on it.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be atrocious.
Yeah.
So
I thought, and the first time I saw the preview for it, I actually thought it was a joke. I thought it was one of those spoof trailers that
like
they do in the movie sometimes before they tell you to silence your phones.
Yeah.
Like I thought that's what this, because it's emojis, and I thought it tied into phones.
Hey, theaters, take a hold of that idea.
I'm sure they would. I'm sure they're going to be using that for sure. But
do
yeah, that's literally what I thought it was.
How
I was
excited.
like, oh, that's silly, you and your emoji movie for phone silencing. Yeah.
How excited are you for this?
1.5 maybe out of 10. I'm not excited at all.
0.5.
0.5. Yeah.
0.5.
I mean, I might.
I don't even know why there's a 0.5 though. Let's say 0.
I might
just say 0.
I mean, I feel like I end up taking these and seeing them, and so I might end up checking it out.
Right.
But we'll see.
Okay, cool. So that's kind of what's happening this weekend. Another thing is a lot of news came out. A lot of cool things happened this weekend. You got to be a part of it, Comic-Con.
So much at Comic-Con.
And I want to drop some of these things because I did get a chance to see some of them, but not all of them because I was not savvy enough to be there this time around. So a couple things to point out. Big thing, Infinity War trailer, Thor Ragnarok trailer, Stranger Things Season 2 trailer, Justice League their second full trailer. And then Black Panther's, I guess, second full trailer, which the Black Panther one and then the Infinity War one have not been released to the public.
Right. And I did get to see those.
Awesome.
Yes.
Just overall thoughts on those real quick.
Infinity War looked epic and super intense. I mean, it looks like a definite departure from the standard kind of like action-y romp fun.
Culmination of 10 years worth of
It
Marvel.
Really feels like they're going towards a darker edge. I mean, there's a couple scenes where, there's like a scene where Thanos has like Thor's head and it's like cracking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're like, people are like bloodied and laying on the ground. Right. It's like really dark in that sense.
Oh my gosh.
I'm looking forward to people getting a chance to check that out. It definitely feels like, I think even with the Thor was really cool because they actually showed you like a 5-minute brief scene where I actually got to see shots from the film itself and then went into the new trailer. The trailer really feels more cinematic, and it feels like they're going towards a more cinematic.
Thor? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it really feels like they're going towards a more cinematic style, which is going to be embraced in Infinity War.
It was awesome. This is the first time that I've watched a Thor trailer and was like, wow, I'm really excited to see this movie.
Yeah, I mean, I've liked his movies for the most part, but I haven't been like super excited.
Yeah.
And the scene that I saw was, it had Thor, but it also had. What's his name?
Ruffalo?
No.
Loki, Tom Hiddleston.
No, game guy.
Goldblum.
Yeah, Goldblum. It had Goldblum. I was really kind of nervous about his role in it because he's such a weird guy. Yeah. But they play off of that perfectly. And he is super awesome. The scene was super funny. I mean, there's like a scene with like this rock guy, and he's like, oh, here's Dan. Dan was going to go charge the champion, but now Dan's dead. Oh, you're going to go charge? Oh, you're the new Dan.
I heard that rock guy is actually Taika Waititi in a motion capture suit.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that would make
sense. The director of the movie,
yeah.
if you didn't know
Yeah, no, it's super awesome. It was super funny. And they also showed a sneak preview clip of the Black Panther movie.
Yeah, how was that?
Really good because I think the new trailer is great because you really get a better sense of who the characters are and what they're trying to accomplish. And then the clip itself was like a fight in a bar.
Nice.
And it was epic. It was like super sweet. I mean, things are just happening. You're like, dang. It looks really cool. And I'm loving the style that they're kind of going with the Black Panther film and kind of adding new elements to it.
Yeah.
Justice League looked epic as it would with a Zack Snyder type film.
Way better than the first trailer, in my opinion.
Yeah. And the one thing I will mention as well is they showed a sneak preview clip of Aquaman.
Oh, okay.
Which they didn't talk a lot about. I didn't like it very much, to be honest. It was a bit rough.
That's okay.
It looked
but
very...
They like just started production, though, so you know, how much is that?
Yeah, really? I mean, it was a clip of two guys in a boat, fishermen, and then one of them gets attached to like one of the underwater ships of the the main bad guy.
Or something?
Yeah, it was just kind of silly because they're playing this weird kind of French music, and it's like boom, and it just was kind of goofy and silly, and it didn't really hit me quite well. The special effects were kind of silly as well. They had like mechanical sharks that were attached to it. Then, and we didn't mention this as well, but they did show the new trailer that just came out for Ready Player One.
Oh, yeah.
That looked epic.
It does. And there's like all these like
amazing
hidden like Easter eggs, other movie characters and stuff in there. It was crazy.
So I don't know if you've read the book. I've read the book.
I haven't.
Okay.
So don't,
I won't spoil it.
Yeah.
I didn't really like the book.
Okay.
I liked the references to the 80s stuff, but I felt like they spent way too little time developing the characters in the book. The idea was cool, but I wanted there to be more character development.
Gotcha.
But the film looked like what?
Looks cool.
Like it looked
I like though
really
like
cool.
the stacks of like RVs and stuff. That was kind of cool looking.
Yeah, and that's really developed out in the film better than it was in the book and stuff like that, and some stuff there. And then the last thing I'll talk about, just real quick, Stranger Things.
Yes.
Season 2 looked incredible.
It does. It looks way awesome. It looks like they're taking a whole nother level.
Yeah, and they did the Thriller soundtrack, and it was really cleverly like played in there. Oh, so like with the Ready Player One, they did the song from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I can't think of it.
Which one?
The one where they're walking into the factory the first time.
Oompa Loompas?
No, when they're first walking in and they're seeing the whole world that he's created with like all the candy and everything like that. The famous one. I can't think of it.
The World of Imagination?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
World of Imagination. They're playing that, and it's like kind of a funky retro thing, and then it switches into an entire different like rock thing, and it's just really cool. And then Stranger Things, they played the Thriller, and it's just weaved in so well into the trailer, and it really feels like they're building out the story into like this kind of bigger world.
Yeah.
They're adding a couple characters, they're expanding things. Just it looks really awesome.
It does. So, it looks like it's gonna be
Hall
fun.
H's here was amazing. That was like the best part. I was
you were
happy
hesitant.
to have.
You were hesitant.
I was
going
super
into it.
hesitant. Yeah, I'm glad that I more or less waited out in line for it from Thursday till Saturday. So
super awesome.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's awesome. So those are definitely some of the highlights, and we have a lot of those things if you haven't seen them on our website, guys. So go check it out. Again, that's realreviewmedia.com. But that's for right now. That's going to wrap up our news segment for the week and our coming soon segment. So go check those out. If you want to see those movies and then email us about them, let us know. If you've seen the Emoji movie somehow early, you want to tell us about that because there's no reviews out yet for it.
Yes.
Email us, realreviewmedia@gmail.com. But you can also find us on facebook.com/realreviewmedia, Instagram and Twitter @realreviewmedia. And you can get connected with us that way and get your face all in the movie world.
Yeah, so I have to say this last little thing.
Do it.
I got to meet somebody really cool.
Yeah, who?
I met Ray Seahorn. Better Call
Kim
Saul.
Wexler.
I met Kim Wexler, and it was like she's super friendly. She was super nice. She just really was like super like, oh, that's so awesome. You like the show. I made a joke about her arm being broken.
Yeah.
And she was like, spoiler, but she was super excited to hear him like talk to me. Just a really nice person.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That was like one of the highlights as well. So it was a rough year. Good way to end it.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Well, one of these years I'm going to make it out there, and then we can maybe do an on-site location recording or something.
Do it.
Yes.
Do it. Yeah.
Yes, it's going to happen. It's sometime in my life. I'm guaranteeing it's going to work. But anything else you want to add to that?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, everybody. Well, it's been real.
It's been real.